Yeah. Yeah. Good evening, all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 17 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 8 plus years of experience in Python environment. So my experience includes design, development, and implementing of Python and Django-based applications. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, BS4, right? So experience in implementing large-scale business critical systems using object-oriented design and programming using Python and Django, right? And developing varieties of web applications, implementing MVT architecture using server-side applications. So yes, before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right?
Yes, sir, you are audible and your screen is
Okay.
visible.
Yes, yes. Fine. So as part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following topics. So if you've got any queries, right, I'll be giving time for your queries at the end of the session. Fine. Yes. So why Python? So Python is not a kind of technology which is very recently introduced, right? It was introduced in the year 1989, means almost more than 30 years ago, right? It was introduced. But why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? But even though it was introduced 30 years ago, why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom, right? And who can learn Python? What are the prerequisites for learning Python, right? There are no prerequisites, right, for updating Python that you need to have the knowledge of C or Java. No, there is no prerequisites. Anybody can update with Python, right? With zero programming knowledge or from non-programming background, right? You can update Python. The Python syntaxes look like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programmings. They looks very simple and easy to understand, right? Yes. And how Python was built and how Python was derived by taking the features from different other programmings, right? Yes. It has taken some advantages from one programming. It has taken some other advantages from other programming. From multiple programming languages, it has taken the features and advantages. That's why we call Python as a hybrid language. What kind Python real-time applications? What kind of applications are we developing today by using Python? Before you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are we developing with it. So Python mostly used for developing what kind of applications, and who are using Python today? Which companies are using Python, and top most applications built using Python? Python features as compared with other programming, right? And Python comparison with other programming, right? Coding wise, you can check, length wise, you can check, complexity wise, you can check how this Python code as compared with other programming, and reasons why Python is suddenly super popular, and Python scope and job market. What is the scope of Python and job market of Python? Means what is the current job market of Python and what is the scope of Python in the coming years, right? So this are everything I'll be briefing you in today's and tomorrow's session, right? Yes. Starting with why Python. So I define Python in 5 lines, right? It's a general purpose programming. Python is a general purpose programming, right? Yes. So this is a full stack, right? Total full stack is going to be covered. Yes, Suresh, right? So this Python total full stack will be covered here, right? So Python is a general purpose programming. Means before Python, there were some programming languages. If you heard about those programming languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, these programming languages are purpose based. These are purpose-based languages. They are used for a specific purpose. Pascal and Fortran for complicated mathematical applications and scientific applications. COBOL for business applications. Yes, they are used for a specific, particular purpose, not for all the purpose. A language which is suitable for developing any kind of application. Such a language, we call it as general purpose programming. So a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application, right? We call it as a general purpose programming. Python is such a kind of programming where we can develop any kind of applications like automation applications, web applications, animation applications, gaming applications, embedded applications, networking applications, desktop applications, right? Wide varieties of applications we are developing today by using Python, because of which Python is the #1 ranked programming language, right? In today's industry, right? At the end of the session, just I'll be showing you, I'll open Google and show you the usage of different programming languages in today's market. Which are the languages which are mostly used or preferred, right? And not only even if we talk about the different high-end technologies, Python is chosen as the implementation language, like data science, total implementation in Python, big data like Spark, PySpark, right? Spark with Python implementation, even writing automation scripts using Python, right? In DevOps environment, in IoT, in robotics, right? In web development, right? So Python is mostly preferred. So it's a general purpose programming. It's not purpose-based. Any kind of application we can develop. Multi-programming features. Multi-programming features, right? So just like a mobile phone, right? If you are launching a new mobile with which has got features of all the other mobiles, right? All the features what we see in different, so it's going to attract the customer. In the same manner, Python is a kind of programming where you can see the features of all the other programming languages within it. That's the reason it can develop any kind of applications like other programming languages. So I'll be discussing in brief, right? What are the programming features? Python has got multi-programming features. High-level language. Python is a high-level language, right? There are two types of languages. Two types of languages, right? Yes. Low-level language and high-level. Low-level languages and high-level languages. Low-level and high-level languages, right? Low-level languages like assembly level language or machine level language, right? Assembly level language or machine level language. These languages, firstly, they are not human understandable. They're not human understandable, right? Secondly, they are not portable. You cannot carry the not portable. And thirdly, they cannot run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Machine dependent. It is machine dependent, right? Cannot run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. But high level languages like Python, right? They look like normal English statements. It's human understandable, easily understandable, right? They are portable and machine independent. They can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Human understandable. They are portable, machine independent. Can run on all the hardwares and all the operating system. Yes. So it's general purpose, any kind of applications we can develop, multi-programming features, hybrid features we say. That's why we call Python as a hybrid language because of multi-programming features. High-level language, easily understandable, portable, and machine independent, can run on all the hardwares and operating system. It's an interpreted language. Python is an interpreted language. So here, compilation and interpretation. Compilation and interpretation. Compilation example like C language. Python is the interpretation language. Example of interpretation, Python. So here in compilation, if you've got some lines of code, it executes the entire code at once and displays errors if any. But Python executes line by line, statement by statement, interpretation line by line execution, which makes debugging easy. If you get error in this line, in Python, it won't execute the remaining statements. So interpreted language, user-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, right? The syntaxes of Python, like normal English statements. But okay, so general purpose, any kind of applications, multi-programming or hybrid features, high-level language, so can run on any environment, right? It's a Python is a cross-platform language. Cross-platform language means it can run on any platform like Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and user-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntax. Okay, now Python has taken some features from one programming, some other features from other programming. In this way, from multiple programming languages, it has taken the features. It has extracted the features or advantages. So Python has first procedural oriented programming features, or functional programming, example like C language. It has got object-oriented programming features. It has got object-oriented programming features, example like C++ and Java. It has got scripting features, like example like shell script. Example like shell script. It has got the features of modular programming. Modular programming features. Example like Modular 3. So once again, I'm repeating, right? So for learning Python, don't think that you need to have the knowledge about all this. No. As part of the course, I'll be discussing all this, right? Procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, scripting and modular programming from the basic level to the advanced level, right? So if you talk two major programming languages, today if we see in the industry, we see two major programming languages. Python, Java are the two major programming languages used. See, these Java programmers or Java developers or these programmers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming only. Without object-oriented programming, you cannot write a Java programmer application. But in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can write different types of application. We can develop different types of applications. Okay. And if you see, if you go back like 10 to 12 years, you go back like 2010, right? Java is mostly used in that industry, right? With 43% usage, right? The same in 2010, if you see Python, nobody knows that there was a programming language like Python, only 3% used, right? But later, after 10 years, see that usage of Java used in the market, Java 19%. The Python usage of Python has increased to 31%. So just I will justify these things by showing at the end of the session, I'll show you. I'll open Google and I will show you some graphs related to this, right? The percentage usage of Python, Java, C, C++, many other programmings, right? Which are used. So as year by year, the usage of Python is increasing, right? Okay. Shell scripting, right? So as compared with that complex shell scripting, right? Python script will be very simple and easy to understand. And the Python has got a great boom today because of this modular programming, Modular 3. Like we have got the concept of modules. We have got the concept of modules. 89,300 modules. Okay. Modular 3, right? Yes. Python has got a concept of modules, 89,300 inbuilt modules Python providing for different environment, whatever environment you are from, whatever domain you are from, right? Python has got modules like networking environment or data science or big data or database. For every environment, Python has got modules. For example, to talk about this, because of this only Python has got great boom today, like data science. If we talk about data science, right? So we have got separate modules. If people from data science background, separate modules Python is providing for this data science environment, right? Like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, CP, Scikit-learn, right? Even for big data environment, big data, right? It has got separate module. Python has got and even for networking environments, Python has got modules. Not only modules, separate framework itself, Python is providing for this networking environment. And for testing or test cases, separate modules Python providing for this. And apart from this, for operating system, OS kinds of activities like for operating, the name of the model itself is OS. And for every database, Python is providing a module. For Oracle, right? Python to connect with Oracle database. CX underscore Oracle is the module Python is providing to connect with the Oracle database. Python connecting to any database is very simple by using the module. For every database, it provides a module. For MySQL, PyMySQL, separate model it is providing, right? And for SQL Server, it is providing PyODBC. Yes. So for every database, it is providing a module using which we can connect. It's not like as complex as other programming where we need to have the knowledge of drivers, other things. Just 1 minute discussion is enough. Python can connecting with database using the module and providing the connecting parameters like username, password. And for working with different types of file formats like Excel files, see, just by writing Python code, I can create an Excel file. Write some code and execute. Can check Excel file gets Excel workbook gets created. Within that, again, I want to create sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. By writing some Python code only, I can generate all those. I can read data from, I can write data into second sheet 1, sheet 2. CSV files, for JSON files, JavaScript object notation, XML files, PDF files. For every file, the Python is providing modules. And for mathematical operations, there is a module called math. And for statistical operations, statistics, we've got separate modules available. And for generating graphs, any types of graphs we can generate using Python: normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, pie graph, anything. So in this way, thousands of modules Python has got, not only for computer environment, but also for electronics, some civil environment, also like CAD environment, right? Python has got modules for it. What kind of applications are we developing today using Python? Python real-time applications. You need to know, right? Before you update with this technology, you need to know what kind of applications are getting developed using Python. Mostly today, like a lot of web applications are getting developed using Python. You may ask, immediately you get a query from last 20-25 years, Java, .NET, all are mostly used in developing web applications. Why again Python required? Means what advantage I get if I learn Python and if I develop web applications using Python? Means Python has got the frameworks like Django, Pyramid, Flask, Bottle, TurboGap. Among all this, Django framework is the most important, famous framework, mostly used framework. What advantage I get with this is at a rapid speed, you can develop a web application with very less coding. Already the code is available, right? It's already the whatever the code required, everything will be available. We need to make the necessary modifications, changes. It has got its own database also, SQLite free. Also, we can connect with any other database like Oracle, MySQL, right? It has got its own application server. So many flexible features are provided by this Django framework. Yeah, Kuldeep Tiwari, right? So it's a 4 months course, but the videos access will be for 6 months. Videos, they are talking about the videos access. Okay, web applications. Yes. So it's a demo session, right? Most of the time I will be speaking today, but later in normal sessions, right? I want the sessions will be interactive, right? So if for each and every statement I type, you people will be responding. That's what the training goes. So Python mostly used in web applications because of this framework. At a rapid speed, you can develop web applications with very less coding. So people or the programmers are migrating towards Python environment because of its very less coding. A web application also, right? If you take compare it with Java or other, not even 1/4 coding you see, right? Today, Python mostly used in automation applications creation, automation applications, right? Using technologies like today, like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like DevOps, right? So used in this environment, right? So if I talk about IoT, Internet of Things, so it is a physical network or device embedded with software, sensors, electronics for exchanging data, collecting data, and controlling the things from the place where you are, right? So using this, you are going to see many automation applications in the coming days, right? You should have seen like smartphones, smart TVs, you should have seen, right? You're going to see like smart homes and smart cities, right? Using IoT, right? Electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other, right? Yes. So this 90% coding in Python. Okay, apart from this data science, right? Everything deals with the data. Data has got experience, data has got future reference using data or data science. We perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clustering, recommendations, right? Data science is a blend of techniques. The main technique what we see in data science, ML, machine learning, right? So machine learning, we have got many techniques or algorithms, right? Like regression, classification, clustering, recommendations, pattern matching, right? So for all the techniques, all these algorithms, techniques to implement, we require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming for this data science. So even for DevOps, right, to decrease the time taken for the life cycle, right? So Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries, right? Mostly used in writing automation scripts. Apart from that, one more major area that is big data, right? Where Python is preferred. Within this big data, huge data, right? Not in KBs or MBs, right? You should have seen KBs, MB, GB, or even terabytes. But beyond that, we have got petabytes of data, exabytes, zettabytes, zettabytes, sottabytes, right? So you should have seen up to TBs, but today, like huge, many applications generating petabytes of data. Many applications are generating petabytes. Okay. So here, petabytes of data, right? So petabytes of data. Today, many applications are generating petabytes. For example, if you take 1 minute transaction itself, petabytes of data is getting generated. Just 1 minute transaction. Like talk example like Facebook, millions and trillions of users for Facebook. Yes. So yes, I'll come back to your queries, right? I'll be giving time for your general queries. Yes. So millions and trillions of users for Facebook, huge data is getting generated. For Twitter tweets, or everyone you are just querying in Google queries, and everyone creating your own videos and uploading in the YouTube, right? YouTube videos upload, or like email or Gmail messages. What should be the storage capacity to store all that messages? And YouTube also, right, storing all the videos. What should be the storage capacity? Or if we take about bank transactions, or if we talk about telecom transactions, or if we talk about e-commerce websites like Amazon, Flipkart. So for this huge data, right, we have got some big data technologies, right, like Hadoop, Spark. So they use languages like Scala. They use languages like Python. So especially Spark, very high speed processing technology, right, uses Python language for its implementation. We call like PySpark, right? So even in big data environment, Python is preferred. I'll just brief you about the various other applications, right? So listing out, Python is used in GUI, graphical user interface, or for animation applications. We have got models like PyQt, tkinter for it, right? And for numerical, for scientific applications, right? Especially for scientific applications, there is a module like CP, scientific Python, right? Apart from that, numerical analysis. For numerical analysis, we have got NumPy. Numerical Python, right? And apart from this, for game development, right? For game development, a lot of games are getting developed today using that is offline and online games, single user, multi-user games. So especially for game development, Python is providing a framework called Pygame. Apart from that, we have got some other frameworks like PyChara, and some 3D rendering libraries like PySoy. Yes. Apart from this, Python can be used for scheduling tasks. We have got the Airflow. Python is providing for it. And for testing our test cases, and for software development also, right? Python is preferred. And the software developers make use of Python as a support language. And for business applications, so Python is one of the best choice in developing e-commerce sites. Yes. And one of the hottest application of Python, like database applications. Without database, there is no web application, right? Python can connect with any database, right? Yes. Yes. And for network applications, right? Network applications. For network applications, especially Python providing a framework like Twisted Python, right? So framework given by Python for networking environment. Apart from that, for audio and video applications, right? Audio and video applications, Python is mostly preferred. Some audio video applications like Tim Player, C Player, some examples like which are developed using Python. Apart from this, audio and video applications, Python also used for CAD, 3D CAD applications, computer aided design, right? For this civil environment, and also for embedded applications, The most famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi, right? Which uses Python for its computation. And apart from this, right, Python can also be used for web scraping. Web scraping means scraping data from different websites, extracting data, harvesting data from different websites like Flipkart, Amazon, right? And for computer vision, color detection, face detections, object detections, right? Python is preferred. For robotics, right? Robotics with Python, right? We have got huge packages like 30 to 40 lakhs packages available, right? People who know robotics with Python. And for data analysis and for desktop applications creations, right? Desktop applications, single user console applications, right? In this way, we have got many applications, right? Python is used. It's a general purpose. That's why we call it as general purpose, any kind of applications and develop. Just 10 minutes I take. Before I go, what is the course content? What is the training levels? The other queries, right? Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today, right? Yes. Top most applications built using Python. Top most applications built using Python. So Google is one of the best example, right? By Python web applications. So but Google is used for its web search systems. Yahoo is another example of this Python web application. Yeah. YouTube uses Python for its video sharing service. Uber using Python for its Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. Instagram built using Python. The Instagram, right? The prime reason for Instagram to choose for Python is Python hybrid features, multi-programming features, right? NASA is also using Python. NASA using Python for its research and development activities. Some other applications like Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, right? All this they are built using Python. And the famous OTT platform like Netflix using Python for its security automation and subscription related things, right? And MMOG, massively multiplayer online games. Massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. BitTorrent using Python, right? Yes, for hardware testing purpose, right? For hardware testing, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they are using Python for hardware testing purpose. Okay, so these are some of those, right? In this way, many applications using Python. And reasons from the discussion what we had till now, right? Try to say the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? First one, very less code you see in Python. Very less coding, not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programmings. Most of the programmers or developers migrating towards Python because of this very less coding. Simple syntaxes, looks like normal English statements. And one more important feature is interactive mode given by Python. Means we can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response, right? For example, in the search, type CMD, you will get this command prompt. Type Python here. If it is installed already, you will get the Python version and 3 arrow symbol you can get. Here you can type any valid statements and you can interact with Python. I'm asking Python what is 3 plus 4? What is 6 into 9? What is 23 into 54? X is 10. Y is 4. No need to define the data types also. X, Y. What is X plus Y? X minus Y. X into Y. X by Y. X into 2. X into 2 means 10 into 2. X to the power of 2, right? X equal to hello. In this way, any statement by statement you can interact. It gives the response for every statement. X into 3, 3 times hello. X into 5, 5 times hello. X into 10, 10 times hello, right? Yes. If we say quit, you will come out of this, right? Yes. So in this way, statement by statement interaction is possible in Python. That we call like interactive mode, which is not provided in other programmings. And multi-programming features. Multi-programming features are hybrid features, right? And apart from that, wide varieties of applications. Wide varieties of applications. And many built-in libraries. Many built-in libraries given by Python, like 89,300 modules for different domains or environments, right? So these are the reasons which makes Python super popular, right? Mainly these modules, thousands of modules, wide varieties of applications, hybrid features, interaction with simple syntaxes, very less code. I'll open Google now and I'll just open Google and I'll type, yes, popular coding language today. Popular coding language. Yes, popular coding language. So what it is showing? JavaScript and Python. See that different results for it. The most popular programming language, can you see here? Python. First one is what? Python. Next comes Java and other things, right? Yes. Python remains the most popular programming language. Python, see this. Next comes Java, JavaScript. Observe here, right? Most popular programming languages, Python, JavaScript. As part of this course, I also cover JavaScript, right, for full stack people. Java, Python, and JavaScript. Next comes Java. Next, observe this. Most popular programming languages used by top 25 unicorns. Python, next comes Java and JavaScript. The most in demand programming of 2022. Most in demand programming language of 2022, right? Python. Next, Java, JavaScript. If you see 2021, most popular coding language of 2021, Python. Next, Java, JavaScript. Yes. And if you see the usage of Python and other, see this graph, right? A big Python, a big circle is there, right? 31% used. Java 19, C++ 9.8, C 6.1, JavaScript 6.5, right? So Python, year by year, the usage of Python is increasing a lot, right? And even if you see, yes, ranking by job openings and average salary. See the ranking, Python stands number one ranked based on average salaries given, and by job openings, Python and SQL share that say 50,000 jobs. And even if you see the job opportunities for Python, you can just check it, right? Python jobs. Python jobs, you can say, right? Yes. And just I'm saying Python jobs, you can just check it, scroll down. So 22,352 jobs, 22,352 jobs, Python jobs. And here 5,972 jobs. And apart from that, people who learn full stack Python, right? The Django, not only Python jobs, you can also the Django jobs. Django jobs, right? Yes. So people who know this the Django is very less, and the two who has got command on this Django is very, very less. So there is less competition as of now for this Django framework. Very simple, like, right? So you see like 23,695 job, the Django job vacancies in August 2023. People are very less who has got knowledge, and people might be knowing Python, but Django framework, right? Very less people knows it, that to command. So in our course, we'll be discussing in brief, in depth, right, of this framework with many web applications creations, nearly 15 to 20 applications creations I'll be showing you. Fine. Okay, now coming to this course content, right? What I'll be discussing as part of this course, right? From the basics level to the advanced level, like Python basics. What is Python? Why Python? History, applications, features, advantages, versions, installations, flavors of Python, Python modes of execution, interactive mode, batch mode, editors and IDEs, data types, constants, variables, type conversions, comments in Python, escape sequences, operators in Python, arithmetic, comparison, logical, all this. Python IDEs, in real time we use IDEs, right? Integrated development environment, right? Like working with PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse, Anaconda distributions, right? Flow control statements, basic Python, looping statements, strings in Python, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, collections in Python, lists, tuples, sets, dictionaries, list indexing, list properties, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications. Similarly for tuples, tuple operations, sets, dictionaries in Python, functions in Python, different properties, their categories, their types, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, arbitrary, lambda functions, reduce function, filter function, map function, modules in Python, how to import, different ways of importing, renaming, reloading, right? Packages in Python, errors and exception handling, right? File handling, reading data from different file formats, writing data to different files. Object-oriented programming concepts in brief. Just the headings are given: class, object, static, non-static, like constructors, destructors, garbage collector, inheritance, polymorphism, right? Regular expressions, extracting data from the given data, right? We have got many regular expression patterns. Database connections. I'll be showing the installation of one database like MySQL, how to connect with it. Python database connection, like working with different things, right? And transaction management. Python date and time and operating system. So some different modules related to different domains I'll be discussing, right? Some modules related to databases, some related to regular expressions, some related to data science, NumPy module, Matplotlib module, Math Pandas module, OS module, graphics module, datetime modules. So in this way, different environments models I'll be discussing, right? Advanced concepts, iterator, generator, closer, decorators, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, GUI programming, right? Excel workbook, how to work with Excel files, Excel workbook, data analytics, right? Like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, examples, direction to data science, Python Pandas model in brief, and Python NumPy model in brief. This is what the course, and Matplotlib for plottings and visualization, right? Yes, this is 30 topics, right? In brief, in depth, with many working examples and with different assignments, tasks, topic wise. And people who wants to go for full stack along with Python, like Django framework, it's framework, right? So it's web frameworks, the Django installation, project architecture, application creation, the Django views, templates, the Django admin, the Django models, advanced concepts, ORM, right? Baker models, all. Apart from this, UI technologies like web development technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and MySQL will be discussed. So this is what a huge syllabus. You can just check this, can compare this syllabus with any other training sites, right? So we'll be discussing in brief. So just for Python only, right? So just it's not like 45 hours course. So we need to get command on this programming, right? It's a language, right? So we'll be spending more time. So for only Python, I'll be spending 70 to 75 hours. Means like 2 months I take. 2 months, 2 months to 2 to 2.5 months in brief, like Python core, Python advanced, and application oriented modules. All this, right? So Python core programming, advanced programming, application oriented modules, modular programming, everything will be covered, right? Yes. So directly or indirectly, everyone are going to touch Python. If you go to software field, at any point of view, are going to touch Python in any environment, right? Python is preferred. So yes, for data analysis, data science, for AI, ML, data or artificial intelligence, for all this, Python modules are available, right? So for plottings, visualizations, many modules Python is providing, right? Apart from this Python, people who wants to go for web, there is total full stack. So the 75 hours, 2 months to 2.5 months, right? The fee structure is just, it's an offer batch, right? Just 5,000, 5K is the fee for only Python. And people who wants to go for full stack web development, right? So first web development total knowledge will be provided, like HTML knowledge, CSS cascading style sheets, JavaScript, part of Bootstrap, everything will be discussed. Apart from that, framework of Python like Django Framework, MBT architecture we are going to follow, right? For web applications, 15 to 20 applications creations will be discussed as part of this. And finally, for this, a project along with a project. So for all this, for all that, for this only 70 to 75 hours, and for all the remainings, right, nearly like that, like 55 to 60 hours, right? 60 hours I'll be spending. It also takes 2 months, right? For all this. But for this, as we are discussing web development, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Django project, the fee structure is 7,000 for this. So combined it is 12,000, right? But if you take that entire package as a package, if you are taking it in single pay, right? So 10K is the fee structure for this. But if you are going separately Python now, later if you want to go for this framework and web development, it is you have to pay 7K. But as of now, the single like as a package, full stack package, 10K. So all totally like 75 hours plus 60, nearly 130 hours will be discussed. The 4 months will be the duration for it, and 2 months for this, 2 months for this. But if anyone unable to spare 4 months for it, so Monday to Friday, right? Our classes will be right at 9 p.m. daily regular timing. Monday to, and on Saturday and Sunday, we have got weekend classes available in the mornings. So 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday, right? 4 hours per week for this web development and Django you can attend in weekends, in weekdays. You may ask, without Python knowledge, how can you attend in the weekend? Means in the weekend immediately we won't start with the Django, right? Web development will be covered, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, both. For all this, Python is not required. Later, Django introductions, architecture, its first application. By the time that 60 to 70% of Python will be completed. Yes, some queries was asked. Yes, as far as and what are the offerings, right? So every session is video recorded. You will be getting the recorded video and soft copy of these classroom notes, soft copy of notes, whatever we have discussed in the class. And apart from that, assignments, tasks, assignments or tasks, right? So getting the output is not the criteria here. We need to work, we need to write your own code, building your own code, right? To get command for that. Apart from that, for any technical discussions, if you get errors, WhatsApp group also will be created, right? So for technical discussions, or if you get errors, you can post that, taking the snap of the error, you can post in the group. Anybody can answer, I'll be answering it, right? So video, daily video you'll be getting. So with videos, whatever this course, right? So here only Python is just 5,000 with videos. And for this total 10K with videos, right? Fine. Soft copy of the notes, assignment tasks, and WhatsApp group, right? So you can go with your queries now. If you have got any queries, you can go with your how many days demos, actual classes when it will start, right? So you can attend this for the next 2-3 days, right? So next 3 days, tomorrow and day after tomorrow also you can attend to see more on this. So tomorrow also everyone can attend the session same time at 9 o'clock using the same link to see more on this Python, right? It will be continuation to today's demo, not replication or duplication of today's demo, right? It will be continuation, right? And from day after tomorrow, the actual Python course is going to start. Tomorrow also will be just, I'll be continuing with this, means tomorrow session, right? People who are from non-programming or zero programming, right? And tomorrow I'll be just briefing you, comparing with other programming, coding wise, other one, lengthwise, and right, some code snippets of Python I'll be discussing, right? Yes, compulsory, right? Yes, Suresh Sahu, right? Compulsory this Python, right? We have got many modules related to those things, right? Yes. Do you have basics to learn data science and data analysis? Yes. See here, 1 second, Mohammed. See here, I'm covering prerequisites for data science, right? Python is the prerequisites. Compulsory total coding goes in Python. Your whatever implementation goes in Python, right? Yes, Azure Databricks, right? ADB, SciReady, right? Yes, total people who go for Spark, PySpark, data engineering, data analytics, data analysis, data science, for all this, right? Anything you are dealing with the data, right? So Python has got many modules for these things, right? Yes. So people going for data science environment also, right? Some modules in brief I'm covering, like the plotting modules, plottings and visualizations related modules, where you won't see in any other training sites, right? The models like NumPy, Matplotlib, different graphs, histograms, scatter plots, stack plots, pie plots, generating bar graphs, different types of graphs, right? Using Matplotlib and using NumPy in brief, right? Numerical Python, people who go for data science, and Pandas model in brief, right? Will be discussed with many working examples, right? Introduction to data science, data analysis, data predictions, correlation analysis, data analytics, right? Yes. Yeah, some queries asked. Can I get SQL in Python class? Yes, Suresh, right? You will be getting SQL in the Python class. Python database connection I'll be discussing. Before that, I'll be showing you how to install a database also in Python only. In Python session only, like how to download and how to install and how to connect with Python database connection. I'll be discussing. Yes. So this is the entire, right? Course highlight: Python, Core, Advanced, Django, UI technologies, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Yes, Python full stack web development, right? So duration 4 months. So Python, Core and Advanced, Django, UI technologies, HTML, CSS, and MySQL database. Yes. How difficult if you don't know SQL, as I am from infrastructure bank? Not a problem, right? Rasa Kumar, right? SQL I'll be covering, right? Performing CRUD operations, creating, reading, update, delete operations, right? Before I go with Python database connection, for 2 days, I'll be giving you the syntaxes of all these SQL statements, right? What is that Navin or equal side? Asking in single Python course. Yes, in single Python course only, right? Yes, Suresh Sahu. Because in Python database connection is there in Python itself. Before that, I'll be discussing this SQL or this.
Hello, sir.
I have a doubt, sir. From Monday to Friday, I continue Python. On Saturday and Sunday, maybe I continue Django. Is it okay to continue or else?
Yes, that's you can go, right? People who
Yeah.
want to complete in 2 months, 2.5 months, right?
Yeah.
You can parallelly go with Python in the Monday to Friday, Saturday weekend. Once you get
Is it
enrolled, right, by paying
okay?
structure, you can attend any of my web development or Django batches.
Okay.
Means Python
Okay,
will
sir.
be Python anyhow you'll be going regularly Monday to Friday, right? Saturday,
Yeah.
Sundays, weekend batches, whatever the new batches starts, right? You can attend my batches. Once
Okay,
you get
okay.
once you have already enrolled, right? You can attend my batches. Even for Python also, right? Uh, now you are attending 9 p.m. batch. Suddenly your job timings have changed, your shift has changed, right? Means
Yeah.
you can intimate me or you can intimate me or that office team, right? So you can just attend if your shift is changed, if my morning batches are there, that you can attend. If you are unable to attend or because of some ill health, you have missed the classes, you can attend any of my other batch of Python also, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Fine.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
This is Suresh.
Yes.
Sir, currently I'm learning Power BI, so I'm looking for only Python and SQL classes. So can I learn only for only Python single course?
Yes, you can go with Python single course, I said, right? So here only for Python, right? Here it said this
Okay,
only
so
only Python. Will be discussed core, Python advanced, and modules. 70 to 75 hours I'll be spending 2 months. 5K is the fee structure for it.
okay, so can I get the SQL also, sir, in the Python?
Yes, yes. One second, one second.
Okay.
So here I said clearly I'm saying you'll be getting this different modules related to different domains you get. And here I'm Python database connection. See database access in Python, you'll be getting this database access. In that, I'll be showing you the installation of one database also. And I'll also discuss SQL before I go with these operations, right? Why? Because all the students won't have knowledge on SQL. I will be briefing for 2-3 days before I go with this database connections, connection object, cursor object, executing SQL queries, retrieving data from database, transaction management, handling errors, all this. Yes, it will be covered as part of this.
Okay,
Yes.
sir. I want to know any other timing is there, sir, morning based timing, so I'm able to.
For which one? Code
Sir,
Python.
morning based, yes, sir, Python.
For Python, right?
Yes, yes.
So if anyone if unable to attend this 9 p.m. batch, right? Morning, this coming Monday at 7 a.m. it is there. Coming Monday, there is a 7 a.m. batch starting, right?
Okay, sir.
And if anyone unable to attend this, coming Monday, 7 a.m. is there. You can attend that. Okay, fine.
Can you get the details of the morning based 7 a.m., sir?
So if you want to see that, right? Yes. You can just check in the Google, right? And if you say Durga Software Solutions,
Okay.
type Durga Software Solutions, right? You will get Durga Software Solutions. You can see all the batch details there.
Okay, sir.
You will get a table there. You can see this table will be there. So here, September 4th, Python full stack web development. So registration link, you get registered there by entering your names. You will get the link for it.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine.
Hello.
Only Python recorded videos is Rahul Sasane, right? So only
Hello, sir.
yes, 1 second. I'm coming to your queries. Yes. 1 second. So you can see that some message given by this online team, DurgaSoft online team, right? The course contents, you can see a big message is given by the DurgaSoft team, right? So like course content links are given, full stack link is given, the fee structure is given, and the contact details of the online team for any queries, right? And the payment details and procedure is given. If you do the payment, don't forget to share the screenshot of that payment and all the details, Google Pay name, all these details are given, right? Yes. Yeah. And people, if you want only videos, right? You can also Rahul Sasana. You can just contact those, right? The contact details are given about that. And someone asking whether you'll be getting a certificate from the DurgaSoft you'll be getting, right, after the course completion. Yes. When is the new batch in the morning starting means next coming Monday at 7 a.m. it is starting, right, Rashmi? Yes, Rasa Kumar, right? Without knowledge of SQL also. I'll be covering SQL knowledge before I go with Python database connecting. Yes. Any other queries, right? Anyone? Yes.
Sir, I'm Srinivasulu.
Yes, go ahead.
So you said Saturdays, Sundays, you are going to be cover Java full stack,
Python full stack,
Python full stack. Okay, okay. Not Java. Okay.
not Java. Python full stack development, right? Web development classes like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, right? So for
Okay.
that, no knowledge of Python required. Parallelly also you can go. Otherwise, first if you want to complete Python, later if you want to go for web development also, if you
So
have
that is on Saturdays, Sundays. At what time, sir?
so new batches will be starting. Already some batches are running, but whenever new batches are starting, it will be intimated and it will be kept in your WhatsApp groups.
Oh, okay, okay. Then you are mentioning that only videos, some charges if you are not, and it is not attending classes. Videos also will share and will chargeable, right?
So here, whether you are attending classes or not attending classes, right, you will be getting the video to your Google Drive.
Okay. Okay, okay. Thank you.
But daily one video you will be getting, right? Class video.
And then we can repeatedly watch. Okay, good, good.
So
Thank
even if you're absent due to some ill health, if you're absent for 2-3 days, right?
you.
You
Yes.
can go through the videos and you can just continue the.
Yeah, we can repeatedly can watch. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Hello. Hello.
Yes. Go ahead with your. Yes, I'm audio. You. Yes.
Only if we
You are
take
audio.
full stack, right? If we take
I'm getting some breaks from your voice, right? Can you repeat your query?
my course, so we will get. If I take only Python course,
Hmm.
in 5,000, you said that Python course for 2 months only 5,000. So I will get the full videos with the recording videos
Yes.
or
Yes.
without videos.
Yes. If you are going with only Python also, you'll be getting the videos of the Python. If people who go with the web development, Django, all that videos will see. Yes, Python 75 hours, right? All those 75 hours videos you'll be getting.
Okay.
Totally the remaining 60 hours full stack development, right? For the people who go for full stack, that 60 hours you can fine. For how many sessions you are attending all these videos you'll be getting, right? Yeah, everything video with videos, all this. Yes. Yeah. Go
Vijay,
with
one
your
more thing. Yeah, the full stack data science AA. There is another course which is advertised on DurgaSoft. Full stack data science AA, machine learning and deep learning. How
Yes,
does that differ from this? Like,
so
and that course also starts from the basics of Python, or
see here they will cover, okay, in that, right, the prerequisites is the Python. Total implementation goes in Python. If you are good at coding implement Python, right? If you have got command in Python, then you can write or implement it perfectly. So prerequisite for the data science is Python. Total implementation you see in Python and or language. Two languages will be used, Python and or language. So you need to have the knowledge, but they'll be briefing you about Python, right, for 1 week, 10 days. It won't be that much level, right? I mean, if you want to write a good coding, you need to understand each and every functionality of Python clearly, right? A typical data scientist need to have the knowledge of this entire Python core, advanced modular programming, object-oriented programming, puzzle-oriented, right? To dig into that, like a scientist, you need to be later, right? And also you need to have the knowledge of data engineering also, right? Like big data. So I do handle data analytics, like if I go with big data batches also, Hadoop and PySpark in the weekends. Yes. Yes, Kuldeep, right, Tiwari, you want to transform your career to non-IT, from non-IT, this course helping. Additional course, yes, we can go with full stack, right? Total full stack will help you.
Okay.
So tomorrow
So-
session, in tomorrow session you attend, right? You will come to know how this Python statements looks and how this coding programming looks, right? I'll show you some examples, right? Some 5-6 examples coding sequence of Python. You can just check how it the tomorrow session. People from non-power, especially people from non-programming or zero programming attend tomorrow session, right? You will come to know how this Python coding looks. Right? Any other, right? So
yes, I have one query. Hello.
yes.
Yeah, so after completion of these Python and full stack, do we get any support for resume building or any interview?
Yes, I'll be forwarding you some resumes, right? How what are the responsibilities
Okay.
related to Python, all those you can just check it and you can do it accordingly.
Okay. We'll have a practical labs also, right, for this after completion of the evening.
Practical. So this is one
Practical
second.
labs, any practical session.
See one thing, there is nothing theoretical in this. I'll be showing everything practically. Whatever I will type and I'll show you the executions practically. Bringing some pre-written code and just explaining, not it won't happen, right? So just I'll be typing and I'll be explaining statement by statement. For every statement, you people will be responding, right? That is what live classes. So everything will be practical oriented, nothing theoretical, right here.
Okay.
Fine. So as it was demo session, I was speaking most of the time. In normal regular sessions, you will be in unmuted status. From starting of the session, you will be interacting with me. For every statement, you people will be giving response, right? What will be the expected output, right? Okay. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I'll sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow, same time at 9 o'clock, using the same link to see more on this, right? Still, if you have got queries, you can ask me in the tomorrow session also, right? Yes. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow. Yes.